and what we call it is Vishuddhi. So our thoughts, they have very close relationship with the surroundings. So if there is a party and I'm getting ready for it, and if I have, uh, you know, I have worn a beautiful dress, I have put on some makeup, I have my fancy watch, my new shoes, my specs, everything in place, I feel more confident, right? And if I am just wearing kurta pajama and everybody is in their super flashy clothes, like, so I feel, in doubt, in self-doubt. I'm very conscious about my appearance, right? It's just how I appeared affected my whole experience of going to that place. Yes. So the outer appearance, the outer being has a close relationship with our thoughts. So while going to the temple, it is very important that we are going to the temple for purity of thoughts. So the purity of thoughts will come only when we have purer outer state as well. So first that we have to have cleaned clothes, like washed clothes. We must have taken bath, and the clothes should not be very colorful, very shiny, very, you have to wear fresh clothes. But even those clothes should not be, very glittery. It should be simple so that your focus is not on how you look, but how you see Bhagwan. So simplicity is what keeps us grounded. So while going to the temple, if we want to have best of our thoughts, best of our emotions, then it should be that we are neat and tidy. We have cleaned up ourselves, our clothes, and we have as simple uh, clothes, as simple lifestyle, while as simple thoughts while we're approaching to the temple. Also, while sitting in our houses, we should avoid doing swadhyay in the rooms we generally eat. We generally sleep in our bedrooms. We should not study generally in our kitchens. We should not. The place, or like generally, it should be a table and chair on which we should do swadhyay. Even the cushioning of the sofas or the beds we're sitting on, it should not have clothes attached to it. So it's better if we have a wooden chair or a plastic chair or a metal chair on which we should sit, because the clothes of the cushioning of the sofas, the bed sheets, all these are not cleaned up on a daily basis, right? So we wash them in intervals, like in months, in 15 days, in weeks, right? So they do not, uh, I mean, if I sit on them, I'm not sitting on a clean space, and it directly affects the purity of my thoughts. So we should make it an effort that even while doing swadhyay in our houses, the room should be quiet. You take a chair or sofa or bed, whatever you take, it should not have any clothes on it. It should be plain, simple, and without not taking your bottle of water with you or cup of coffee or anything to eat, to drink. Beach may you want to take sip of water, don't do this. Sit for 30 minutes, but in that 30 minutes you should not practice any interruption. So it's not like I am holding scripture from one hand and on the other hand I have a water bottle and I'm sitting with that water. We should not. Even water I'm talking, forget about tea, coffee, juices, they are not allowed. So with a mouth which is not cleaned, we do not utter the name of Bhagwan, we do not say a word of Jinvani, right? It is called Vak Shuddhi. So it's a very interesting topic in Jain Karma philosophy, that when we utter words with unwashed even mouth, we attract influx of jnana varni karma. Our capability to process knowledge gets hampered. So vishuddhata is the most important thing to have purer thoughts. So it's not the outer cleanliness will bring inner cleanliness as well. We cannot be, like we have to exercise the basic bare minimum civic sense while doing Swadhyay with Jivani. Okay, so in both these spaces, we have to do this. Fine. Okay, so we have already 30 minutes passed. So let's now come back to the topic.
Sir,
Uh,
Bhavji,
yes.
sir, may I have a question? That apart from all these things, where we can, if we can maintain all this Vishuddhi to certain level, is there any specific bar of for not having a temple in home?
Uh,
Like if we have
how?
the separate, if we can have a separate section and we can maintain all this Vishuddhi, is there a more greater specific bar that we should not have it at home?
Nee, we should see if there is no other option, then people have, because it's better to have and do darshan than to not have at all. And it changes so many things for everybody. But then if I have a temple in my house, firstly, it should be in a section which is not attached to house. I mean, there should be a proper distinction. And then it increases our responsibility because now that is a deity who is consecrated, उनकी स्थापना हुई है, and it changes everything. So it's not just you. Even I will be coming, the other friends and community members would be coming to do darshan. And why others? Even if at all, if any devas are there, the Vyantaras are there, and if they want to do darshan, they might also come. All these things, because it's a consecrated deity, so it just requires more of our responsibility. Otherwise, see, if you invite a guest to your house and you do not exercise like a good host, then it is not just that you have invited them and they have been in your house, it is actually insulting. And it, rather than doing some good to you, it damages your relationship with them even furthermore. But they called me and they did not talk to me at all. They did not want, like, they did not like me as it appeared. Correct? Similarly, while we have such situations where we have Bhagwan consecrated at our own houses, but we are not able to perform the prakshal, the pujan well, then it also adversely invite the karmic influx of darshan mohiniya karma, ashatana of dev guru shastra. It hits very badly then. So it's increased responsibility because in our houses we do eating, we have all sorts of things happening in our house, right? So, ahar, bhai, mathun, and parigrah. All the four things are happening in the house. So, house is not an ideal place to invite the deity to. So, firstly, it should be a separate section that's given. It cannot be like, drawing room, kitchen, and then there is temple because you have washrooms in your house. So, ideally, but if it is there, then whoever has the house has a greater responsibility. And it works both ways. It's a double-edged sword. If you have it, you also become the very means of doing prabhavna in that small locality because so many people, because of you, get to do the darshan, which is the uh, most strong nimitt of Samyak Darshan. Yeah. So while we say Samyak Darshan's instrumental causes, what are the chances that I'll have Samyak Darshan? The strongest cause is doing Dev Darshan, seeing Bhagwan. So that way, it's a great virtue also, but it's added responsibility. Correct? Yes, Shreyaji?
just to one small doubt, like you said, I understood that we should not have a temple in the house, but we have pictures or we have, photos. So like you said, so we shouldn't even, because we have a habit of like praying, or when we get up in the morning, just like, joining our hands and just like, so do we not do that? Or, I mean,
Because it is not sthapna nikshe,
hmm.
the what should I, the behavior, the conduct of Going down to them as Bhagwan should not happen because it has larger implications then, because you know that you are just appreciating what they are. But then tomorrow, the children in your house would see, कि, okay, mama to yahi kar lete hain darshan, then what does he need to go to the temple? And that's how it changes everything. Correct. So it starts making it changes the roots of customs, right? So it becomes a very new practice that okay, in our house, I cannot eat without darshan. I have when the just where I sleep in front of that, I've installed a beautiful painting of Mahavir Bhagwan. I wake up, I do darshan, and then I get my morning coffee at my bed. So, so it changes a lot many things. So yes, it's good to have, but we also should know that they should be in a place where the painting or the Jinvani which is placed in a house should generally be in the rooms where social gatherings happen, not in our bedrooms, not in our kitchens generally. Okay. Mhm. Uh,
Thank
Sure. So, Isbini, do you have a question?
Yeah.
Mhm. I'm not audible. You're not audible. You're not audible.
Can you hear me now?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
You're not.
Anupoji, just a question. I think you covered it earlier, but I'm not sure if it was recorded. You spoke about the six avashyas, the six things we must do. I'm wondering if you can just quickly just explain that again,
Yes,
please.
yes, it's these
Thank
are
you.
beautiful six things which will be coming further in our Vitrakyan Bhats, but I'll repeat it. I'll just say. I'll first say the Sanskrit shlok which is mentioned in our Shravkachar scriptures. Dev puja guru pasti swadhyaya sayamas tapah danam cheti grahasthanam shat karmani dine dine. Dine dine is every day. Shatkarmani, the six activities. Shravak, a Shravak, a householder must practice these six activities on daily basis. What are those six activities? Deva Puja means going to the temple, doing darshan and pujan of Bhagwan. Guru Pasana, Guru's adoration, Guru's upasana or Vayavritti or puja. I mean, meeting your Guru, simply. Guru Pasti. Swadhyay, doing your own study, swadhyay, sanyam. You must know your boundaries on daily basis. You have to revise them that, okay, I do not eat after sunset, maybe, or after whatever time. I do not have these things. For this day, I have thought to perform uh, do asanas or three times I'll be eating or four times I'll be eating for today. It's not like every day you contemplate. Sanyam is every day. Today I'm going to exercise brahmacharya. All sorts of daily contemplation. Like for not like if you will ask me to take niyam for longer duration, it becomes difficult. But today I feel like I will only have three fruits. So this is your daily dose of sanyam. So Sayyam, right? And then tap. So tap is something you put yourself into test. So Sayyam is your boundary, and tap is putting yourself through that struggle within that boundary. So though I can have it today, but I'll not be having, or I'll so iksha nirodhastapa, I will not want what I want. I will not have what I want. So all sort of exercises which we do on a daily basis, that would be tap, tap. Okay. And then the last thing is dan. So dan is the giving, the donation. Like, so we should at least, if you've read something good, call up your friend and tell them, "Oh, I wrote." So that's actually passing on the knowledge. That's a very simple type of dan, but it helps brilliantly, right? We all are doing dan, but we're doing the dan of wrong things. We do fast WhatsApp forwards to different people, but usually we share the memes, we share the YouTube videos, but that is not dan. That is a kudan. So that would be sharing with somebody the wisdom of Mokshma, the wisdom of Bhagwan, the wisdom that makes yourself more beautiful, right? So that is Dan. So six things: Dev Puja, Guru Pasti, Swadhyay, Sanyam, Tap, Dan. So these six things, we must put an effort that we exercise all these six. And this is what makes us Shravan. Okay, fine. Chilling. So first things first, today I'll first explain the meaning of Manglacharan, which we do because it has been pending for like 3 sessions now. Moksha margasya netaram, bhetaram karma bhuvritam, gyataram vishwatatvanam, vande tadgun nabde. Simple, I'll do because we have done the chapter of Bhagwan and Tirthankar. It's very simple. So we'll have three qualities of Bhagwan. Bhagwan is Vitragi, Bhagwan is Sarvagya, and Bhagwan is Hitopadeshi. Vitragi means he has no attachments, no delusions. So he's completely passionless, completely without any rag and dvesh. Sarvagya, he's omniscient, he knows everything. And Hitopdeshi is that he tells us of our own benefit. He tells us of the path to salvation, which will bring to us the ultimate peace, which we all are yearning for. So, therefore, he's Hitopadeshi. He speaks of our own benefits. Okay, so he's a benefactor. Mangal Uttam Sharan. So these three qualities are being remembered in this prayer, and this is one such brilliant prayer which in itself carries the essence of entire Janagama. It is written by Acharya Umaswami Dev, who has written the encyclopedia of Jainism called Tattvarth Sutra, the only scripture which is equally followed by all the traditions of Jainas like Digambara, Shvetambaras, Therapanthi, Vispanthis, Sthanakvasis, Derasar. Everybody reads Tattvat Sutra of Acharya Umaswami Dev, and these two lines are what start that scripture. Is that scripture? It's the benediction of that scripture, Manglacharan of Tattvat Sutra. So three qualities are being remembered, but these three qualities are not important. The fourth part of this prayer is very important and very magical. So what he's saying, the first things first, Guru Gobind do khade, kake lagu paye, balihari Guru aapne, Govind diyo bataya. In Indian tradition, if I have Bhagwan in front of me and I have Guru in front of me, I have this dilemma whom to go down to first. And Kabir Das ji says that, okay, I'll go down to the Guru first because it is the Guru who introduced me to the Bhagwan. So without Guru, I will never reach Bhagwan. Correct? So in Jain tradition, Bhagwan, Guru is called Tirthankar Bhagwan, Param Guru. And because he has told us about Bhagwan, so therefore his quality of Hitopadeshita becomes the most unique quality. He is the teller of Mokshmarg. So Hitopadeshi. So we are calling him, we are saluting him by saying Moksha Margasya Netanam, the leader of Moksha Neta is leader. So the one who leads us to Moksha. So that is Hitopdeshi. So in the first part of this Manglacharan, the quality which we are remembering is Hitopdeshi. Okay, Moksha Margasya Netaram. Neta is leader of Moksha Marg. Moksha Margasya. Moksha Marg means he is Hitopdeshi. Understood? The first part is Hitopdeshi. ठीक है second is what up now between Vitaragta and Sarvagyata, what is more important? Vitaragta or Sarvagyata? Do we want to know everything or do we want to free ourselves from all worries? What is more important for us? Should I know what all is happening in world politics or should I know that am I happy or not? So my problem is my happiness. I want to be happy. So therefore, Vitaragta becomes the main problem that I am Ragi Dveshi, which is the reason of my suffering, and I want to let go of it. Yes? So the second part remembers Vitaragi. Bhetaram karma bhubhritam. Bhetaram means somebody who has destructed, who has destroyed. Karma bhubhritam. Bhubhrat means mountain. Who has destroyed the great mountain of karma. So who is Vitragi means who has destroyed the great mountain of karma. Who has destroyed the great mountain of karma is called Vitaragi. So Bhektaram Karma Bhubritam, who is free from karmas, free from all sorts of attachments, free from all sorts of decorations which the soul was dealing with since time immemorial. Yes. So Bhektaram means destructor of karma. Bhubrit is mountain. Bhu is the earth, and the spouse of earth is called mountain. So Bhubrit. So Bhubrit in Sanskrit is mountain. Okay, the husband of earth is it is said in Sanskrit. So Bhubhritam. Okay. The third part is simple. Gyataram, knower, Vishwatattvanam. So he's Sarvagya now, omniscient. So Mokshamargasya Netaram is Hitopdeshi, the preacher of Mokshamar. Vitaram Karu Bhuvritam is Vitragi, the destroyer of all attachments, all aversions, all karmas. And Gyataram Vishwatattvanam means the knower of all. Vishwa means world. Tattvas, all the substances, all the parayas, gunas, and dravyas of this world. The knower. The magic is in the fourth part. One day I'm going down to him. For what? For what? I'm not going down to him to seek something, to seek his blessing, to take something from him, to receive something from him. I am going down to him for one day. Tadguna labdhaye. I'm going down to not Bhagwan, but to these quality of Bhagwan, so that these qualities are inculcated in me as well. I also own these qualities. So see the grammar which is used in this stanza, labdhaye. It is not that give me. So Bhagwan, make me hitopdeshi, make me vitragi, make me sarvagya. No. I am going down so that I become like you. So it is not begging or requesting the Bhagwan to make us like him. It is that I am affirming the one we said. It's the prayers are all about. In Jain philosophy, the prayers are not about asking or begging. They're all about bhavnas. They're all about affirmation. Hey Bhagwan, you are the leader of Mokshmar. You have destroyed the great mountain of karmas. You are the knower of all world events and things. I bow down to you so that I can also be just like you. I can also own these qualities. I do not ask you to give me these qualities. I am going down affirming in appreciation because I know what I appreciate, I become. I know this magic. So I'll not go under a tree and beg it for the shade. I know going under the tree itself gives me the shade. So a person who under a tree and starts begging to tree, please give me shade, please give me shade, please give me shade, is a stupid person. Similarly, Bhagwan, I know if I appreciate the good virtues, good values, then I do not have to beg for those values. I will automatically become those values. So, one day, Tadgun Labdhais. It's simple Namokar mantra broken into three qualities of Bhagwan, and it is the prayer that I become this. Can you make me this? No, I don't need your help. I'm just looking at you and inspiring myself to be just like you. So whatever has to be done is to be done from my end. Okay, fine. Now, quickly, what we're going to do today is the very important part in part one of Balbodh Patmala is not in its chapters. The last chapter about Shuddhatam hai mera naam, मात्र जानना मेरा काम मुक्तिपुरी है मेरा धाम मिलता जहां पूर्ण विश्राम pure soul is my name knowing alone is my game, right? So that beautiful my home prayer, uh, I'll share it once. So it's not about this prayer though, but let's have a quick read of this prayer because it's a beautiful one. My name is Pure Soul. Knowing alone is my job. Salvation is my home where I enjoy perfect bliss. So this is not literal translation, but it's our introduction where we belong. So I am Atma because we did the chapter of Jeev and Ajeev. So between the non-living and living, I am the living. The living soul is called Atma. Okay? And the work of living being is to know, is to perceive, is to just see. And therefore, because if it exists and it knows, then its only house is salvation. It's not transmigration. It's not going from one place to another, from one body to another. It's to rest for time infinite. So where I enjoy the perfect place. While we go to moksha, there is no hunger, no thirst, no cough, no cold, no pain, no agony. It is pure blissful state. So true, happy and lovely is my home. My name is pure soul. Knowing alone is my job. We shall discriminate the self from others. It is rooting from that chapter of Jeevan Ajeev. I must know what is living and what is not. And then, knowing that I am living, I shall meditate upon my soul. And while focusing on myself, I should renounce worldly belongings and aversions, the parigraha and the bad emotions, passions, and thus I can enjoy the spiritual bliss. So this poem was written for small children, but it's a great reminder of while we waste so much of our time and energy in maintaining our name, like okay, I'm Anubhav, I'm this, I'm that. And if somebody mispronounces it, somebody says Anurag instead of Anubhav. Okay, Anurag, how are you doing? I feel offended. No, I'm not Anurag, I'm Anubhav. So we take so much pride in our names which were not decided by us, which were given to us by our parents after our birth. These names are very fragile for very, very short living. We should aim to know about our real introduction. So this is not my abode, this is not my house. This is just one of the hotels where I get to live for a longer time. So generally in hotels you get to live for 3 for 5 days. I'm getting to live in this house for like 70, 80 years. But just like you have to check out after 3 for 5 days, I'll have to check out after 70, 80 years from this hotel. Uh, these are not family members, these are acquaintances. Just like you meet somebody beside your seat on a flight for 10 hours. I have also met these people beside my flight in this hotel, but not 10 hours, maybe for 50 years. With parents, I'm going to spend 30, 40 years. With spouse, I'm going to spend 30, 40 years. With my children, I'm going to spend what, 20, 30 years. So with everybody, I'm just spending some time. I do not know from where they have come. I do not know where will they go. I do not know while we pass away, whether we'll ever get to meet. So we all are just like that acquaintance who just met you beside your seat on a flight. You did not know from where he's coming. You don't know after you board off the flight, where will you go? So it's just that it's the hotel. These are the acquaintances. But because we get to spend so much time with these people and things and places, we think they belong to us and we belong to them. That is the illusion. So it is reminded to us that no, this is not my home. Let's not decorate the prison in which we are put. You do not have to worry about this prison. Don't decorate it. Just find out a way how to get out of this prison. So that salvation is my home where there is only bliss, no tension, no problem, no anxiety, no pressure, nothing. So this is a beautiful poem. I like it in Hindi. You can also give it a read in Hindi. It's a beautiful one. Fine. Simple, just to remind you two things. I am Atma and my home is in liberation. I do not have to make a beautiful dream house over here. Because by the time my dream house will be completed, either I'll be in ICU or in old age home or not anywhere to be found around on this earth. So let's not focus our energy on maintaining a sand house while we have our own concrete palace within us, which keeps us being in it for time and day. Okay. Now, the most beautiful part about the part one is this last part, which is not a lesson, which I did not give you guys as homework, but these are the preachings of Bhagwan Mahavir. There are about 10 preachings, Mahavir Bhagwan ki 10 shikshaएं, which require us to give our attention to this. The first preaching of Mahavir Bhagwan: every soul is independent, none depends on another. Are our children dependent on us? Are our parents now dependent on us? Were we dependent on our parents when we were small? Bhagwan Mahavir says all souls are independent, none depends on another. You cannot make your children happy. You cannot make your parents happy. You cannot make your spouse happy. They all have their own karmas, which they have incurred, and they will be bearing the fruits of those karmas, not of the efforts or worries that you keep for them. Yeah, and it's so tragic. Uh, uh, Sita first was kidnapped by Ravan and had to spend some good months in Lanka, right? But after she came back, now she was the queen of Ayodhya again, right? Ram, after winning over Ravana, came back and they were all living happily, but not ever after. Huh. And did Ram not love Sita? He did. Yet, the Sita, the queen, had to again go to the jungle, and Ram could only cry. He could not do anything. She had to go. The Pradyumna Kumar, who was born to Devki and Sri Krishna, the son of Narayan Krishna, he was kidnapped while he was sleeping with his mother. Can you imagine? It's a palace of the queen of Narayan Krishna. And one deva passes by and he sees that, oh, he's the enemy of my past birth, and he took him. And then for 16 years, the king of Dwarka, the Krishna, he could not find his own son. Being the owner of three worlds, like Narayan, Ardh Chakri he was, like Chakravarti is the winner of all the six bhumis of Bharat Kshetra. Ardh Chakri Narayan is the winner of three parts of this Bharat Kshetra. It's a huge, his kingdom was huge. He could not find it. So no matter how much we try, a small baby cries, and mother just keeps on wondering. She spends her whole night thinking, "Pet dukh raha hoga. What happened? Is she not feeling comfortable? Is there a pain in her ears?" So every child, every person, every being, they follow the fruits of their own karma. So every soul is independent. None depends on another. Do not think that everything depends on you. We are not the center of this universe. If we do not worry about others, does not mean that others will stop functioning. And if you do not believe this, disappear for 15 days from anybody's life. They'll feel difficulty for 1 week, but you'll find out that how easily replaceable you are. Yes? Like young father passes away, leaving behind wife and young children. Fast passes away. Everybody says, Kya hoga, kya hoga? What is going to happen? You enter their house after a month. He'll find out kya hoga. Everything is going. Everything is working. Everything resumes. So do not waste your life thinking that, they are your responsibility. Everybody is your responsibility. If we are not here, they will have other people, other things, other resources to take care of them. But who is going to take care of me? If I'm not here, I'm more worried unka kya hoga. But see, they have the rest of the family members. You have gone alone. Tumhara kya hoga? It's a bigger problem. They have their whole support system. They have their relatives. They have their insurance. What do you carry with you when you go alone? It is you who goes alone, not them. So everybody fools themselves. They're worried that after me, what will happen to them? Don't worry about them. They will have so many of them. What will happen to you? Question that. You're not taking anybody with you. No insurance policy is going with you. Not even your chappals, not even your pen, watch, nothing. Nothing goes with you. You are alone, not them. The second thing, okay, so now it's a very, very tragic business that okay, nobody is dependent. Then what will happen to poor beings? Who will take care of them? So the second preaching of Mahavir Bhagwan, all souls are alike. Do not pity anyone. वो बेचारे हैं. हम तो ठीक है. No, none is superior or inferior. Do not do the crime of saying that, oh, they are the beings, worth pitying to. I cannot pity on anybody. I cannot look down to somebody because everybody is same. It's just that the seasons of karmic fruition are different. So while it is winter in India, cannot be the same case across the globe. So because everybody shivering in India does not mean everybody from India is bechara. It's a season. It's the season of winter over here. Similarly, I have the season of luxuries. Somebody else is having season of deprivation. It's their pap season is going on, so they're looking like this. And it's raining here. It looks like this. Does not mean that India is superior because it is winter. And rest of the world is inferior because it does not. No, just season. So all souls are alike. None is superior, none inferior. Don't worry. There, because everybody is alike, everybody is responsible for themselves. Do not think they are your responsibility. Third, every soul is in itself absolutely omniscient and blissful. The bliss does not come from outside. So these are the learnings which are taught to students of Pathshala. I think these are very heavy learnings. Yeah. The teachings of Mahavir Bhagwan given in Balbodh Patmala Part 1. Every soul is in itself absolutely omniscient and blissful. The bliss does not come from outside. It's just the illusion that external things makes us happy. It's not. It's not. You enter to a beautiful place with a bad mood, the place will not be beautiful. Because the beauty is not in the place, it's in you, it's in your mood. So beauty does not come from outside, comes from within. Not only soul, but every object of the universe also is subject to change in it by itself without any external interference. So this pen will also change, like I will change. So if I'm worrying about this pen being just like this, I'm stupid. If I'm worrying about this body being like this, I'm stupid. So I'm acknowledging neither this body, nor this house, nor my family members, nor this city, nor this country, nothing is going to remain as it is. So my happiness should not depend on they being like this. I have to assume that it will change and I'll be happy despite that. So all human beings are miserable due to their own faults of not believing that everything changes. And they can themselves be happy by rectifying the same, believing that, yeah, change is permanent, and despite all the change, I remain eternal. So there is no reason to be worried. So, Agyan, ignorance is the reason for misery, and the true Gyan, the right knowledge, is the only key to right happiness. So, all human beings are miserable due to their own faults, and they can themselves be happy by rectifying the same. The greatest mistake of a soul is non recognition of its real self, and it can only be rectified by recognizing itself. आत्मभ्रांति सम रोग नहीं, सदगुरु वैद्य सुचार, गुरु आज्ञा सम पथ्य नहीं, औषध विचार ध्यान. Srimad Rajchandra says. So the greatest mistake is not knowing who we are, and there is only one key, and that is to know ourselves. So self-realization is the only path. There is no separate existence of God. Everybody can attain godhood by making supreme efforts in the right direction. What we saw in Ramokar Mandra chapter. Aryantas, Siddhas, Acharyas, Upadhyas, Sadhus are not separated. They are the very synthesized form of this self itself. So there is no separate existence of God. Everybody can attain godhood by making supreme efforts in the right direction. Know thyself, recognize thyself, be immersed in thyself. You will attain Godhood. The Godhood is within. God is neither the creator nor the destructor of the universe. He is merely a silent observer and omniscient. Silent observer is Vitaragi, omniscient is Sarvagya. So Bhagwan does not make this world, does not get furious and destroy this world. He does not maintain this world, he just knows and be happy. One who, even after knowing the whole universe, can remain unaffected and unattached is God. So, knowing should be your business, should not be your problem. Knowing and getting unaffected, remaining unaffected is the key to a happy and joyous life. So that's how this part ends. These 10 wisdoms of Mahavir Bhagwan, they should be designed in a poster and should be pasted to our drawing rooms or wherever we often see, because these are amazing, amazing preachings of Mahavir Bhagwan, and they should become our guiding lights for day-to-day life. Okay, so that's how the first part concludes. Any questions?
Sir, if at all at any, if in any class, if time permits, can you elaborate it more, these 10 points?
Yes, yes, we will do. We'll do, but we are on a treadmill. I think we are running too fast. I'm really sorry because before January, actually, we have to start the semester one. Before that, we have a lot, many things to do. But yes, we'll do these 10 teachings as and when I can refer to these, because these 10 teachings will be used everywhere now. So these are basic, what should I say, the guiding lights. Okay. And yes, I'll share these preachings in Hindi. They are very beautiful when read in Hindi and they make more sense. I'm sorry, this is English class and therefore we have to use this English version. Even Shuddhatam hai mera naam, matra janna mera kam, mukti puri hai mera dham, milta jahan पूर्ण विश्राम, जहां भूख का नाम नहीं है, जहां प्यास का काम नहीं है, खांसी और जुकाम नहीं है, आदि व्याधि का नाम नहीं है, सत शिव सुंदर मेरा धाम, शुद्धात्म है मेरा नाम, माता जाना मेरा. But there was a kid who said, I know that. Shuddhaत्म मेरा नाम. Sorry. Okay. Fine. Okay. So what we'll do, I'll have to stop here today. I'm so sorry. I'm stopping early because there is a shiver which has to start from 1 p.m. Uh, but there is a debate that I want to do in the next session, and the debate is on the part two of Balbodh, on the chapter number second and third, on Pap and Kashay. So there are 5 sins and 4 Kashay. Okay, and my contention is simple. What are more dangerous things to do? The sins, hinsa, jhoot, chori, kushi, parigraha, and kashaya, krodh, man, maya, lobh, which are more dangerous? The five sins or the four passions? पांच पाप ज्यादा खतरनाक है या चार कषाय क्रोध मान माया? Understood? This is what we'll be talking about, and we'll be covering the essence of Kashay and Pa in that session. And that's how we'll be starting, because the part two is very easy, very simple to go to, and has very interesting subjects. Okay, so we'll be doing that. You have a question, Shreyaji, please.
Sir, I just wanted to ask you that you spoke about the dhyans, rupas, and so next time, if you could just, or whenever, if you could just shed some light on that, what you were talking about.
Amazing, amazing. So I was talking about four types of dharma dhyan specifically, and why I was talking in this context, because it is about affirmation, and because the question was for not able to go to the temple, because even in temple. So see, four stages. It's a beautiful 2 minute concept. Everybody can understand. So rupastha, pindastha, padastha, and rupatit. Okay, four types. So there are four stages to meditation. As per Jain philosophy, before Shuddhopayog it is happening. It is conscious dhyan. It is not nirvikal samadhi. And what is being said is, first, how do we meditate? The simple meditation which we call yoga in today's lingos. Yoga is what? Feel that you have your hands, fingers. Everybody will say, lie down, think, blood flowing through your veins, all this. So this body is called pind, but this is not it. This is only half story. So we have deha pind, and we also have karma pind, and then we have Jnana Pinda. So the knowing identity we have, the identity of this body we have, and the identity of karmas we have. Correct? All these three things make this one appearance of one reality, but there are three realities. Correct? So Pindastha Dhyan is focusing on what all is there, is here. So that is Pind. Pind is the collection, the collection of these three things. So you contemplate about it, you think about it, and then you try to differentiate the body and the karma from the conscious Chaitanya Pind which we are. Okay. The second is it becomes very simple and very focused on this body. So then we say, like, okay, I am to ashuchi, apavitra body, right? This is not a body worth meditating upon. So then we want inspiration. So we go from Pind, we go to Pad. Pad is the name. So Arihant is a Pad. Siddha is a Pad. So word-based meditation, to do the japa, Asi Ausa, Arihant Siddh, Siddh, Soham. So you do the sthapana of Siddha, and then you do the meditation of Siddha. So this is Padasth. The Siddha is the word, and from word you are going to that person. So Padasth. Then you need more clarity. So you see the root of Arihanta. So Arihanta's root you visualize, and then you say that not Arihanta, I am Arihanta. So first you were visualizing your own body and karmas. Now you are assuming that you are Arihanta. So that is Rupas. But do you want to be Arihanta or do you want to be Siddha? Siddha. But Siddha does not have a root. He is Rupatit. Then you assume neither the pind, nor the name, nor the root. You are Rupatit. You are going blank. That's where the Shuddhopayog begins then. So you go formless, you go wordless, you go thoughtless. So these are four stages to meditation, cognitive meditation in as defined in Jain philosophy, right? So we'll be doing dhyan on a very after a year maybe the dhyana subject, but this is just simple because we are doing darshan wala thing. So while going to the temple, you do darshan of Bhagwan. But in Rupasya Dhyan, you become Bhagwan. I am Arihant. So you imagine. Okay. So this is visualization. Fine. Okay. Okay. Sure. So we'll stop here. I'm so sorry. I'm leaving today early. But in the next session, we'll definitely have very interesting discussion. And if there is anything more to be, so you please read both the chapters. Simple chapters are there. Chapter number 2 and chapter number 3. Sins and passions. Kashai or Pap. And it's very simple two-pager lessons are there, but there is great confusion between these two concepts. So I would want to hear your views. What is more dangerous, doing the papals or doing the kashayas? Okay, chaliye. If you have any other questions, we will start with question answer session only in the next class. Also, if you have any difficulty in the part one, you can still ask. We will also take up those questions. Okay. Fine, sure. Next to Chimani's. निज निधि निज में बताई यह अनंत उपकार है उसके लिए चिन्हवाणी माँ वंदना शत बार है उसके लिए चिन्हवाणी माँ वंदना शत बार है 9 times Namo Karma.